Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting American craft beers with Dr. Dave. Fantastic, baby. Now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. Oh, this was sold in a multi-pack at Aldi. Of all places, who would think that Aldi would have some good beer? Well, they do. You should check them out. But at any rate, this is the Belgian style dark ale. And it says right here, it checks in at 6.5% alcohol by volume. Now, this is contract brewed by the State of Brewing located in Waunakee, Wisconsin. There's nothing wrong with contract brewers. Get that out of your mind because there's a lot of good beers on the marketplace that are contract brewed. Many, many, many good beers. No doubt about that. But at any rate, like I said, this was in a 24 pack at Aldi. It was $39.99. $40 is not a lot of money for 24 beers, but it was called the 24 Beers of Christmas. I'm sure you can still find them in your local Aldi if you look around, call around. Yeah, no doubt about it. But the thing about Belgian style beers is generally speaking, they have a little pinch of yeast added at the canning process or the bottling process. Now, I don't know if this does or not, but generally speaking, on a true Belgian ale, that's what happens. We'll know as soon as we pour it out because it will make quite a bit of head that's not going to go away, and it will have a slight yeastiness to it. So we're going to use this lovely goblet here, designed specifically for Belgian ales, and it's glassware, so all this foam is on its own. And I would say this does have some yeast added there at the canning process because it foamed up rather quickly. Oh man, woo wee! Man, there's some lovely malts in there. Some lovely roasted, toasted malts. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to swirl the contents of the can around, and that will agitate the yeast. And watch what happens when you pour it out. So you get this foamy, yeah, it's all foam. You see that? So that proves that this does have a bit of yeast. It's just a pinch of yeast added at the canning process right before they seal the can up, and that's how it looks right there. So it is a very dark color. It made quite a bit of a foam here. Let's go ahead and drink the beer. But before we do, we're going to have to pay homage to the brewers because without the brewers, we wouldn't have anything, right? So all the contract brewers there at the State of Brewing in Waunakee, Wisconsin, many thanks for all your hard work. And many thanks to everybody at home that's watching. Cheers. Oh, boy. Mmm. Ooh, is that good? We got some nice sweet malt right up front. Nice sweet malt backbone with some roasty, toasty malts in there. Oh, is that good? Nice dry finish too. Now don't confuse this with an IPA. Just because I say it's a dry finish doesn't mean it's in the same family as an IPA. Completely different style of beer. Mmm. Ooh, that is good. Lingering on the back of my palate there. Mmm. Hmm. Mmm. Man. Now, it's not fair for me to compare this to other dark Belgian ales, but this is a bit light bodied to me for this style of beer. This is supposed to be a Belgian style dark ale. It seems a bit light bodied. I would classify. Well, let me have one more. Let me drink it a bit more. Yeah, I would classify this as a light to medium bodied beer. The true Belgian style dark ales are more of a medium to full bodied beer. And the carbonation on this is rather light. Now, it did pour out quite nicely, but the head is fizzled out here. There could very well be some yeast in here, some live yeast, but it's not omnipresent for sure. It's not omnipresent. There's nothing wrong with the beer. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the beer. It's just not indicative of the style. It's not indicative of the style. Now, this would go well with meat dishes, no doubt about it. This would go well with steak and potatoes, some meatloaf. Doesn't really matter what the meat dish is. This would be very nice. And it would be a good digestive at the end of the meal. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with this beer. Nothing wrong with it. It's leaving some nice lingering effects on my palate here with those malts. Now, it has warmed up probably about 15 minutes or so since I took it out of the refrigerator. It's a little bit cool to the touch, but it's not ice cold, so I don't think the flavors and aromas are going to improve much in the next few minutes. There's nothing wrong with the beer at all. I don't want to give you the impression that it's a bad beer. It's just not as full bodied as some of the beers from Belgium that I've had. But for the price at Aldi, it's spot on. It's spot on. Remember, $40 for 24 beers, man. And you get to try 24 different styles of beer to figure out, you know what? I'd like to know more about that style of beer. And that's kind of what this beer is. Say, you know what? That tastes pretty good. I bet an authentic beer from Belgium would really be good. And you're on the right track. That's when you go out to a craft beer store and you start looking around for beers like this that are brewed in Belgium. No doubt about it. Now, there used to be several places online where you could buy those, but seems like a couple of those places went out of business, man, especially Belgium. What was it called? Belgium beer in a box. Oh, man, I love that. It was shipped directly from Belgium, and everything was priced in euros. You had to convert it to dollars. Unfortunately, they went bankrupt. Man, yeah, COVID put them out of business. But anyway, there's other places out there where you can buy true Belgian dark beers. Yeah, true Belgian dark beers. Yeah, and you'll love them. You'll love them. Hey, life is short. Let's be happy. Try new things like this beer right here. Man, I'm telling you, a Belgian dark ale is killer. All right, then, my friends. With that said, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers.